Hi there everybody, it's your boy Moose coming to you with the unpackaging of the Dye SE Paintball mask featuring the switch lens system. I haven't seen many review videos about this mask, so I thought, hey, why not make a video by a green boot like me to the fellow green boots out there who are trying to look out and find their starter mask. So before we get to unpacking this bad boy, a full disclosure disclaimer. This is my first mask purchase, and I am sorry for not having other masks of the same price range lying around to juxtapose them to this one. And now I don't know why you would compare this mask to the higher end ones such as the i5 or the i4. There is a reason those masks are more expensive. They are way better quality. But what I'll be doing is checking out the mask features and going over the specs and telling you my personal opinion about the mask and how it feels with me. I will also draw comparisons to the hellish nightmare experience that was the rental mask. Alright, fellas, so outside of the bag, we got ourselves three items. The mask comes with two more things, the manual, and a nice little sticker featuring the Dye website. Now, very important is the manual. I would not suggest engaging in disassembling the goggles or the thermal lenses off of the mask without having already thoroughly read the manual and understood how to deal with the mechanism. And also, the manual features a whole lot of important warnings and how to take care of your mask and maintenance and such and such. So, very much so, before touching the mask itself out of the bag, you guys must read the manual and get yourself familiarized with the mask. Alright, fellas, now that we got the mask out of the bag, let's see what this thing is about. Now, first thing you notice when you pick this mask up is, by God, is it light. Now, I don't like to exaggerate and say that this mask weighs as much as a tennis ball, but when you compare how big this mask is to how much it weighs, it seems deceiving. But lightweight is definitely one of the main features of the mask, and that much I could confirm that this mask is definitely light. Weight aside, as we go around the mask, we can notice that there's a decent amount of ventilation holes. Now, I'm not going to go on a limb and say that this is the most ventilated mask out there, but it definitely seems that the company has put a decent effort in applying ventilation to this mask. And ventilation being one of the main features sought after when buying a mask, this mask seems to have a decent amount of them. As you can see over here at the bottom, there is some ventilation holes for your jawline and some for your cheeks. And as you go upwards towards the mask, they applied some more holes for the side of your head. As we move to the front of the mask, you can see that they added some more holes for the mouth, and in the front it seems to have a decent amount of holes, and I would like to call this well ventilated, to say the least. Setting ventilation aside, this mask, like I said earlier, is pretty big. Now, protection is what we purchased the mask for, and I would like to say that protection is what I feel like I'm gonna get from this mask. As you can see, it goes down pretty low, so you know that your jawline is gonna be protected if it's not extending a little bit lower than that. And as you can see, the mask goes pretty far back. Now, I'm not gonna say it's gonna protect the back of your head, but your ears are definitely gonna be protected. As you can see, the mask stretches a little bit further, and you will see when I put this thing on how far it goes. But I feel like this mask is quite good in the size, and a protection is definitely what it's gonna be covering. Now, the mask seems to be made out of decent quality. The material seems to be pretty good, and as you can see, the strap over here is pretty sturdy. You can tighten it or loosen it by managing these two things over here, pulling them apart to tighten it and bringing them closer to loosen the mask up. Another feature that this mask presents is the molded in visor. Now, I seriously don't know how a lot of you are gonna feel about that. A lot of people talk about the visor being unnecessary and them not needing it there. Me personally, being an amateur at paintballing, I'll appreciate all the extra protection that I could get. Some people out there prefer to have the option of not having a visor or having a visor. So I don't know how some of you will feel about that. I'll leave it up to you to judge. Flipping the mask over, we have over here chin strap. Now this thing seems a little dingy, but chin strap is gonna come in handy definitely when you're trying to get that snug fit. And I know that some of you will just leave it hanging out there or cut it off probably, but I personally appreciate the chin strap being there so I can tighten the mask to my preference. So moving on to the main features of this mask. One of the main reasons about this mask for is its thermal lens goggles that are going to be anti-fog. Now in the manual it does say that the thermal lenses will last about a year and everybody should be switching out their lenses every year as the anti-fog coating wears off. That will be only told by time, but definitely one of the main features why I bought this mask is the thermal goggles in it. Now as you can see, when I put it in an angle like that, you could see the two lenses in there. I will show you more when I do release the lens. I will show you the thermal lens system in it. But one of the other main features of this mask would be the SLS system. As you can see right here, they claim that they have the simplest release system for lenses, and the switch lens system makes it super easy. Now I read the manual about how to release the lens, but this would be one of the first times that I am going to actually do it. Now as you can see over here, this is the inside of the strap, and it has this lever thing over here which you push down and push this thing at 45 degrees clockwise, which is gonna allow you to release it. Now I'm attempt to do this on camera. It's probably not gonna be the best looking, but as you can see, it is rotating with me after the click sound, and pop, it comes off. Now you take one side off and move on to the next side. Try to get this one too on camera. Pop, came off too. Now I'm sorry if I'm not taking the claimed 10 seconds, but I am trying to do this for the first time. And now we did release the strap. Let's attempt to take the lens out. As you can see, super easy slide out. Once you have deattached the strap correctly, pretty much push it out and it slides into your hand. Here we got the mask and the release system, and over here in our hands we got the famed thermal lenses, which are anti-fog. Now as I was trying to show you guys earlier, when you put it in an angle, you can sort of tell that tingy yellow is the inner lens and the clearer side is the outer lens. The outer lens being hard plastic, and it seems the inner lens is made out of a little bit more flexible material. But when you go in, boom, you can see that little squeeze in there. That's the inner lens, and this is the outer lens. Pretty interesting, and despite me not taking 10 seconds, definitely a super easy to use system. And after a few times of using it, I'm positive you are gonna be a 10-second release professional. But that being said, this would be a super easy way to replace your noobish clear glasses or lenses with the super cool ones that they have on market. Now, of course, you would have to go to the dot website and find out which lenses are featured for this mask, and hopefully you find something that you like. Alright, fellas, now that I got the mask back in one piece, let's delve into what it's about. Now, I apologize for not featuring the reassembly process. This is not an SLS testing system video. This is a review about the mask altogether. But if you do read the manual, you will understand how stupendously easy it is to put the mask together or disassemble it. It's a backward process of what this disassembling process is, and it should not be any problem for you to use. Now, that being said, what I have on is pretty much what would be my typical paintballing attire. Now, I chose this hoodie sweater because it features a turtleneck type thingy that will go up and sort of protect my neck, and I I don't feel like the mask is interfering with this thing at all, and it's just sitting here courteously and nicely right around the turtleneck, not bothering me whatsoever, moving my head around, or even like thinking about when like the situation is all hard and intense. I can move the mask freely without it rubbing on my turtleneck or annoying me whatsoever. And as you can tell, that I'm wearing my hat because I know a lot of you guys out there appreciate wearing hats while playing bowling. Personally, I'm more of a hoodie kind of guy, but I put the hat on just to show you guys. And sort of when I fitted the mask on the hat, I sort of like began to forget that the mask was even on there because of how lightweight the mask is. It is super lightweight. You really start forgetting that it is there. You just gotta make sure that it is snug and nice fit, not too tight, not too loose, so it doesn't jumble around or put pressure on your face. Now, I took the courtesy of testing another thing that is featured about the mask, which is the wide lens. I went ahead and I did put on my mama's sunglasses while I'm wearing this mask. Ugh. As you can see, I was wearing the glasses the whole time and I couldn't feel a thing. Now, as you can see, these glasses are pretty big and it still fit in there pretty well. I doubt that anybody out there wears prescription glasses this big, but even if you do, you're probably on the safe side. And for those who wear your typical reading glasses, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Now I'm gonna take my hat off, but due to the lack of inconvenience, I am going to keep my glasses on. Now, the process of putting the mask on with glasses on is not the easiest and it does take some adjustment, but once you've got the glasses fitted inside the goggles, it's a thing of the past. You stop worrying about it, you stop thinking about it, and you start getting into the moment of what's going on and what's happening. Now, I took my hat off just simply so I can put the hoodie on and show you guys how cup or glove fit it is once you wear a hoodie onto the mask. Now, of course, you don't want to eliminate your peripheral vision because this mask does feature a very wide lens, which you guys should make the most use out of. This thing, you just gotta look like, I'm not gonna say it's 180-degree view, but at least a nice 160. You'll be able to see your hands like I'm stretching them out right now. I'm looking to the side of my mask and I can see my hands. Now, with the hoodie on, still nothing. still moves pretty nice with the hoodie and the sweater in general. It's not moving around. And please let me remind you guys that I'm wearing these decently sized sunglasses on right now, and it's almost like nothing is there, and the mask is just smooth sailing so far. Well, fellas, that was it. The unpackaging of the Dye SE paintball mask featuring the switch lens system. Out of the bag, my first mask. I gotta admit, super excited. Can't wait till next week to play paintball with my friends so I can battle test this bad boy. Featured at $35 retail price without including shipping and taxes, I got to say this is a whole lot of bang for the buck. Now masks that are $10 to $20 more tend to feature the same exact specs, adding maybe one more. Now, if you're new to the whole paintball game scene and you're reluctant to buy your own mask and you're willing to stick it out with the rental mask, please let me give you my personal opinion to help you make a decision. Now, I gotta admit, I am a germaphobe, and that's one of the main reasons why I bought this mask. When I first went to play paintball, I was thinking about how well that place took care of the mask they're giving me and how good did they clean it. Now, the mask that I got stunk really bad, and it just made me think that that place didn't put any effort towards cleaning the mask. And the whole time I was playing, in the back of my head, I was thinking about all the people's sweat and spit that is on my face right now. So for $35, you could buy yourself the peace of mind and save yourself the headache altogether of dealing with the rental mask. Rental masks tend to fog super fast and be made out of cheap quality. Now, it will definitely protect you, but by cheap quality, I mean it will offer also absolute discomfort. It is not made out of the same material that this mask is made out of, and the foam is of way lower quality than the one offered in the Dye SE. So if you're also thinking about, hey, maybe I could buy something that is $10, $20 less, please let me just tell you that you are doing yourself the disservice of owning a mask that is eventually going to become the nightmare simulator that is the rental mask. So if money is not really an object and you're okay in the money wise and you're willing to drop say 50 or $100 more on a mask, go ahead and do so. You'll get a really high-end, high-quality mask with really nice features. Now, I'm not going to ask for a like or a subscribe, but I will personally ask you to please share this video with all your fellow green boots, amateur paintball players out there who are pondering the idea of purchasing their own mask. Hopefully this video was all the help to sway you one way or another to buy the Dye SE or something within that ballpark, or perhaps drop a little bit more and buy yourself something nice. Thank you all very much for watching the video. Until next time.